What's up, Patreons? Let's go to school. Now, over time, people have seen things that did not make sense when they heard it and when they seen it materialize. And you might say to yourself, why? This don't even seem like it makes sense to me. Why they do that? Well, on the Patreon, we get right to it. Because we don't like to mess around. We like to give it to it just like you like to have it received. Rough, rugged, and raw. Now, welcome. Now, everybody who comes along and they see themselves like looking in a mirror, they're like confused. Right? And now, everyone is starting to ask questions and point fingers at black people who are successful. It's a growing trend, and it is the new common thing now. I've been called every nasty thing in the book, all because they think I'm successful, which I am successful, but still. I'm not successful to my standards because I'm always believe there's more. But to the rest of the world's standards, I am a successful black man. Right? That makes them look good for their quota. But here's the key. Just because you're a successful black man does not mean you are a sellout. I know exactly who I am. I love where I come from. I love my people. But it isn't about me. Some black people try to forget where they come from. They try to cut off old friends for new friends. New ideas. I've outgrown them. They stayed stagnant. They embarrass me. I don't want to be seen with them. This is who you are. That's the core of who you are. All those people coming together. Yeah, you might have that uncle that get drunk. You might have them playing in the garage, playing old songs, dancing, doing all this stuff loud. That's them. That's what they come from. That's what you a part of. You grew up in that. You used to love those get-togethers when you were a kid. Now, granted, I don't have a lot of time to go to these events and do these type of things anymore, but I understand them. I understand the love and appreciation of people. Now, you see some people turn their back on them. You see Jay-Z turned his back on his brothers to go to white America. Hell, he tried to call himself European J. I'm European J now. When he came back from France, he was European J. Trying to make that popular to people like Nas made it sound ridiculous. It's like, look, he don't want to be black. He want to be European J, so he dropped that real quick. Now, the rest of y'all probably never remember that. But that was a very key telling point. You see, he don't want to talk to DeHaven anymore. Right? Knowing that DeHaven never crossed him. He was mad because Jay wasn't getting back with him. Jay couldn't have associations with people like DeHaven anymore because he know where he was ascending to, and that new plateau and the people they're around, they're not the type of people that's going to, resemble the people that you are in public in and taking photos with. So forgetting where you come from is clear. When you get over that wall, You could throw a rope back. You don't help build the wall higher once you get over it. Everybody wants to be that special Negro individual, the one out of 1 million, right? But you forget, in that quest for knowledge and power and determination to be number one all the time and winning, what are you really winning and what are you really gaining? Because if you don't have your people with you, who's going to be there to see it, celebrate it? They damn sure ain't. And you want that a type of approval? Says a lot of things in value. I had to tell white people because sometimes they just don't get it because they don't understand what it's like to be hated for no reason. They don't. A lot of them don't understand what it's like. You know, Jewish people step up like, we know. Okay, we've lost a lot. I'm saying, dude, you're 27 years old. You don't know anything about the Holocaust. You don't know anything about being hated for no reason. You guys grew up, money wasn't a problem. You come in here based in off privilege, situatedly set, and you don't know anything. We never got a handout. We never got $1 billion. And all they gave us was an apology. The Pope apologized for slavery and what the black people had to go through and how it disenfranchised us completely. And then when we try to play the rules like y'all decided for pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, you have the Harlem Renaissance. You have everything to try to stop every type of progression of blacks when you claim blacks needed to be better citizens. But yet at every turn, they try to stop successful blacks. They killed a black who was nonviolent. So let's get into the narratives and the notions of what's really going on. That's why you're on the Patreon, so you get to hear it raw. See, back in the 80s and 70s, they used to have this like real military group that used to be Black Panthers, and these guys were former Panthers, former black activists who would grab sellout individuals or people who were labeled sellout. A family member would set it up and they would come and grab the individual, basically kidnap them off the streets, take him to a secret location, and just start grilling him as he's tied up to a chair about black culture. Start showing them clips of black people and what the white man had did to them over and over. Started reading scriptures and reading about their lives. It was a telling moment because it was all about dialogue and conversation more than imagery. And the movie Drop Squad didn't do it a lot of justice, but it did give it a platform on a major screen. And with that platform on a major screen, you saw a major representation of the change of style of approach from 80s to 90s. You know, guys who was trying to what they call reform black people became more violent and used more violent and hostile tactics and became basically the same way as the oppressors. So they didn't understand, or a lot of them didn't have the knowledge of how to be leaders, so they turned to drugs and crime and gangs. Not all of them, not everybody, man. It's just that in this world, man, it's barbecue and mildew, man. That's what it is. And people don't get the gist of why people do things, you know. I've always said since I was a young kid, and getting into this world, and especially in the world of business, you're going to be challenged. You're going to be called out. You're going to be pushed to levels that's going to piss you off. You're going to be put in an element that don't sit well with you, being an intelligent black man. You're going to be put in a wall where the color of your skin is going to dictate what they feel about you today. It's unfortunate, but it happens. But you can't allow yourself to be a victim of other people's feelings, other people's thoughts about how you should feel, or they feeling about you shouldn't dictate how you move as a man or a woman, period. Now, it's hurtful, but it just reveals more about that person than it does yourself. So always take that into consideration when you're doing what you're doing. So all of this immediately, somebody selling out to the white man, it's just a way that other people could say, I don't want to compete, or this is why I don't have anything. They love to put somebody as the blame as to why they have nothing, so that they can continuously not try to do shit. So on that note, God bless all of you. I'm out. They say you're a sellout. You know what you're doing. Can't nobody fool you. You think a sellout nigga don't know he's selling out? They know. They try to put the blinders on and try to ignore and forget how they got to where they are. All the steps ignored. F it. All the people that helped them. Because no matter what you say, you didn't get where you are in life by yourself. Somebody helped you in your life up to this ladder. Somebody did something for you. And to act as if they don't exist, you don't acknowledge them, it's terrible. Terrible way to live. I don't know how your soul could make it. But that's a whole nother story. I'm out.